So I need to pick up some electronic stuff, and rather than going to the store, because I'm on my way to somewhere in the north of the city, I've popped here to Daegu Electron Mart.
Based in an area romantically called the Daegu Distribution Complex, Daegu's Electron Mart is one of Korea's largest electronic markets. The ground floors are fairly standard affair. It's lots of small shops and stalls, mainly selling home appliances and cameras. There are also accredited LG and Samsung outlets, so this is quite a good place to go to if you need something for your home, and in fact this is where I got my TV at a fairly good price. The upper floors are a little bit more interesting. This is where you have electronics and communication devices, so mobile phones and laptops. And it's also where you'll find components. So if you're into building computers or you like modifying computers, you can basically find everything here. So you could go on the day out here and buy everything you need for a computer in one go. And in fact, the stall owners, if you need a component they don't have, will actually go to another stall to get it for you. I don't know how to build computers and I don't know how to modify them, but what's important here is the accessories, and by God, the accessories are cheap.
Yeah, so to put it in perspective, here's what I've bought. I've got one of these 4-way USB hubs and a 64 gig SD micro card, which has come to 37,000 won altogether. Now that sounds like a lot until you consider that the exchange rate is about 1,400 won to the pound. So really what I've paid for these two is about 25 quid. Now this alone would probably be about a tenner from the UK if you got this from somewhere cheap. I looked this up on Tesco, and at Tesco this would cost you £45, and I got it for about 17, which is quite a good net saving, I think. That's less than half price on something which I've got very cheaply here. So this is quite a good place to buy electronics.
To understand why everything's so bloody cheap, we're going to take a little walk down the road.
Kind of an odd neighbourhood, because as well as the Electron Mart over there, you've got a distribution centre sort of in the corner there. You've got a number of offices and worry banks. You've got an enormous textile market similar to the electronics market, and an exhibition centre over here. And the reason for this I'm going to explain down the road in a minute. Now this is a pretty uninteresting building, you've probably seen hundreds of thousands like it. What it also is Daegu and the whole region's distribution centre. It's the sorting office, it's everything. So all of the post comes through here. What's that got to do with the market? Well, imagine the costings of running a shop. You've got to pay for your overheads, you've got to pay the rent on the building or the mortgage if you happen to own the building itself. You've got to pay for the license to have the shop. You've got to pay for your products, you've got to pay for your materials, you've got to pay for your advertising. If you ship, you've got to pay a lot of stuff for that as well. You have to pay for someone to come and collect everything you have, or you have to pay someone to take it to be delivered. The market is only a short walk from the sorting office, and it's a market, therefore it costs a lot less to have a stall there. So what we're essentially getting is online retailers with a shopfront in the market. That means that they are selling eBay prices, but in a shop where you can physically go and buy them, which is really bloody handy, because it only costs about, well, it costs less than £1 to get here from anywhere in Daegu, which is actually cheaper than postage. So if you happen to have a few free hours, or like I am, going somewhere north of the city and you happen to be going past, it's actually really damn useful. So that's my interesting thing for today, and that is why electronics in Korea are sometimes really, really cheap.